It is the fool who always rushes to take sides. Do not commit to any side or cause but yourself. By maintaining your independence, you become a master of others, playing people against one another, making them pursue you. Part 1. Don't commit to anyone, but be courted by all. Since power depends greatly on appearances, you must learn the tricks that enhance your image. Refusing to commit to a person or group is one such device. When you hold yourself back, you incur not anger, but a kind of respect. You instantly seem powerful because you make yourself unattainable, rather than giving into the group or the relationship, as most people do. Self-reliant people appear strong and capable, and attract admiration for their accomplishments. As your reputation for independence grows, more and more people will come to want you on their side. Remain aloof, and people will come to you. It will become a challenge for them to win your allegiance. Desire is like a virus. If we see that someone is desired by other people, we tend to find this person desirable too. As the desire for your commitment grows, so will the perception of your value. The moment you commit, however, the magic is gone and you become like everyone else. Keep in mind the goal is not to turn people off, or make it seem you are incapable of commitment. Instead, lure people in with the possibility of your commitment to their side. People may give you gifts or do you favors to put you under obligation. Encourage the attention, stimulate their interest, and give them hope, but do not commit. And do not allow yourself to feel obligated to anyone. But remember, if you keep your growing number of admirers waiting too long for a commitment, they will begin to distrust you, and start to lose interest. Eventually, you may find it worthwhile to commit to one side, if only for appearance's sake, to prove you are capable of attachment. In the midst of the 1968 US presidential election, Henry Kissinger made a phone call to Richard Nixon's team. Kissinger had been allied with Nelson Rockefeller, who had lost the Republican nomination to Nixon. Now Kissinger offered to supply the Nixon camp with valuable inside information on the negotiations for peace in Vietnam that were going on in Paris. He had a man on the negotiating team, keeping him informed of the latest developments. The Nixon team gladly accepted his offer. At the same time, he approached the Democratic nominee Hubert Humphrey, and offered his help. The Humphrey team asked him for inside information on Nixon. Kissinger agreed, and even told the Humphrey team that he had hated Nixon for years. The truth was, Kissinger had no interest in either side. What he really wanted was the promise of a high-level cabinet position from both candidates. So no matter who won, Kissinger's career was secure. The winner, of course, was Richard Nixon. And Kissinger went on to become Secretary of State. Even so, Kissinger always kept a distance from Nixon. By maintaining a little distance, Kissinger was one of the few high officials in the Nixon administration to survive Watergate. And he went on to serve under the next president, Gerald Ford. Part 2. Do not commit to anyone, stay above the conflict. To succeed in the game of power, you have to master your emotions. But even if you succeed in gaining such self-control, you can never control the temperamental dispositions of those around you. And this presents a great danger. Most people live in a whirlpool of emotions, constantly reacting, creating petty squabbles and conflicts. Your self-control and independence will only bother them. They will try and draw you into their whirlpool, begging you to take sides in their trivial drama, or to make peace for them. If you allow yourself to get sucked into this whirlpool, eventually, you will find your mind occupied by their problems. The conflicts will never end. This is a game you cannot win. On the other hand, you cannot completely stand aside, for that would cause needless insult. The best way to play the game is to seem interested, and even sometimes, appear to take their side. But this should only be an outward gesture of support. The key is to keep your emotions disengaged, and never let your interest go beyond the surface. Inwardly refuse to commit, and maintain your independence. This way you keep the initiative and choose your own moves, rather than defensive reactions to the push and pull of those around you. Slowness to pick up your weapons can be a weapon in itself. Especially if you let other people exhaust themselves, then take advantage of their exhaustion. Holding back from the conflict gives you time to position yourself to take advantage of the situation once one side starts to lose. You have various options when you maintain your independence. For example, you can play the mediator and negotiate the peace while really securing your own interests. Or you can pledge support to one side, meanwhile getting the other side interested in your help. As these two rivals contend for your attention, you will immediately seem a person of great influence and desirability. The idea is to get both sides into a bidding war to buy your help. Or you can promise support to both sides of the conflict. Meanwhile, you play both sides against each other, and maneuver so that you are the one to come out ahead in the struggle. To perfect this tactic, you need to keep yourself inwardly free from emotional involvement. You must view all those around you as merely pawns in your rise to the top. You cannot let yourself become a lackey for any cause. Keep in mind, these games are difficult and delicate. If you play too many parties against each other, they will see through your maneuver and gang up on you. If you make rivals wait too long for a commitment, they will distrust you. It may be tempting when a conflict arises to take sides with the stronger party, or the side that offers you apparent advantages if you form an alliance. But this is risky business. It is often difficult to see who will come out ahead in the long run. And even if you guess right, you may find yourself swallowed up and lost, or conveniently forgotten, if they become the victors. By playing the waiting game, you cannot lose. Only fools rush in to take sides. By committing too quickly, you lose your maneuverability. If you give yourself up too easily to one side or cause, people will respect you less and question the depth of your loyalty. In the long run, self-reliance and autonomy are a good way to gain respect. If you are strong enough to take care of yourself, you demonstrate to others you deserve their respect. In the end, you only have so much time and energy. Every moment wasted on the problems of others subtracts from your strength. If you maintain your autonomy and self-reliance, you will gain more respect and power. And then, from a position of power, you can choose to help whoever you want, whenever you want.